Relationship advice from people who are horribly unqualified. The Love Doctors with the Y94 Morning Playhouse.
Oh, while you can most certainly get better advice, you chose instead to submit this online to the Be the Playhouse page at Y94.com. And for that, we say thank you. Love Doctors, Love Doctors. You are the love gurus. I'm not really sure what to do here. I'm seeing somebody, and she is driving me absolutely crazy because she doesn't have an iPhone. Everybody else I text has an iPhone, and that makes my life easier. Texting somebody with an Android is just ugly, and it really bothers me that I can't see when she sees things, and I don't have the option for read receipts. Could you relate to dumping somebody because they don't have an iPhone is really what this last sentence I think is supposed to say.
Yes, 100%. It is so petty. I know it. But I dated someone with an Android, and I hated that they had an Android. Sending pictures, it was weird. I didn't like that when I would text them, it was green instead of blue. You get an iPhone. Date someone with an iPhone.
I don't usually all aboard the Amy K. Petty train. I really, really don't. Honestly, it would bother me too. It would honestly bother me because I have those couple of people in my life that I can tell have the Android, which is fine. It's just I have an iPhone. It does bother me when I text and it's ugly and I can't see if they've seen it or it was delivered. Yeah, I don't like that.
I feel like texting someone with an Android is like dark. It just seems darker. It's like being in a dirty, dusty closet. I don't like the feeling. It's scary. It's uncomfortable for me.
Even Android just sounds ugly. Feels like I'm texting a robot. Seems wrong. Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I think you can't date somebody if you don't have the same kind of iPhone or Android. Android people got to date Android people. iPhone people got to date iPhone people. Is there anything else? Is it just the two?
I think it says a lot about who you are as a person, depending what phone you have. So that's why you need to stick with date the same person.
That's true. This should really, how there's farmersonly.com?
iPhones only?
There should be iPhoneUsersOnly.com, and that's where you find love. And AndroidPeopleOnly.com. Obviously, that would be probably less attended. I suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, all aboard the Amy K. Petty train today.
I know it's so stupid. It is. But it bothers me.
If it's something that's going to always be an annoyance to you and you don't foresee that ever changing and you converting to Android or she converting to iPhone, if it bothers you, it bothers you.
Someone is not happy with us. They said, this is the stupidest thing I've heard this week. Android is far superior to iPhone. Basic chicks have iPhone. Really heated about that one.
Well, it hurts. It hurts. Well, we don't have an Android person on the show anymore, so that probably is.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. Love Doctors, Love Doctors. You are the love gurus. My boyfriend and I broke up over New Year's. I dumped him. It was nothing dramatic. It just wasn't working. Well, I'm wondering if I give him a second chance. Now a couple of months has gone by, and he says he's a completely new person. And the list he gave me as to examples as to how he's a different person sound like everything I could have ever wanted. Is 2 months long enough to change?
No, this person did not change. They just want you back. And the fact that you're thinking you're going to do it, go back with them.
Here's what we really need to know. What kind of phone do they have? What is its operating system? Is it iPhone or is it Android? That's really what we got to know.
Did you know when Android people text iPhone, they have issues too? We say the same thing about iPhone.
See, she maybe just hates him just as much.
Yeah, it could be a mutual thing.
I think you got to go ahead and break up right now. Today. Love Doctors, Love Doctors. You are the love gurus. Is it possible to have a relationship not work out because of somebody's friends? I'm seeing a guy, but his friends are super annoying. Will he grow out of them someday, or will he be a frat boy for life with them?
I think he's going to be a frat boy for life. It's all of his friends. There's not just that one where you're like, oh, can't stand that one.
Stupid Toby.
Yeah, if it's all of his friends, that's an issue.
Well, on one hand, it says something about who you really are, I suppose, if that's who you surround yourself with a little bit you gave us. That being said, if you enjoy your time with him and he's a good guy to you and he goes off and he just gets a little drunky poo with his buddies, as long as he's not cheating on you or something, is there really any harm?
See, if you can deal with it, good for you. But if you're always going to hate his friends, and that being all of them, that could be an issue.
And he might not like whatever you do on your girls' nights either, but as long as you guys always come back to each other, I don't know if that's always an issue. It truly depends how he is around you, I think.
Could you get away with never having to hang out with his friends?
And if that's totally cool, you just, you know what, these worlds aren't going to collide because I don't like your buddies, if you're okay with that and he's okay with that, it can work. Honestly, I think it's easier to deal with somebody's idiot friends than whether or not they have the wrong kind of phone.
What?
Yeah,